You've been lied to about attraction. Not by women but by culture. You were taught to listen to words, to wait for clarity, to look for obvious signals. That's why you're confused, because attraction never announces itself out loud. Here's the truth most men never learn. By the time a woman says she's interested, her body has already said it 100 times and you missed it. Not because you're stupid, not because you're unattractive, but because no one ever trained you to read the language that comes before words. Right now as you're watching this, there are men walking through life guessing and other men walking through life knowing when to stay, knowing when to pull back, knowing when she's genuinely drawn to them and when she's just being polite. The difference isn't confidence. It isn't looks. It isn't game. It's perception. Modern dating wants you blind. Blind men chase harder. Blind men overinvest. Blind men confuse kindness for desire and desire for manipulation. But biology doesn't lie. Every human nervous system broadcasts truth before the mind can interfere. Before excuses, before mixed signals, before the phrase "I am not sure what I want." Her body speaks first. Her breath changes. Her eyes respond. Her distance collapses. Her voice softens without permission. These aren't theories. They're involuntary reactions wired into the oldest parts of the brain. Women hide their deepest desires behind behavioral walls, but the nervous system is a democracy that does not discriminate and it does not perform. You have been conditioned to believe that reading a woman's mind is impossible. You have been told that women are enigmas wrapped in contradiction. But that is the limitation of the uneducated eye speaking. Every human being is simultaneously honest and hidden. We all broadcast our genuine intentions through micro-expressions through the body and through the untamed nervous system. The conscious mind lies, but the body cannot. For decades you have been looking at what women say. You have been taking words seriously. Words are politics. Words are negotiation. But the nervous system is the raw frequency of truth. This matters to you because you're tired of the anxiety. You are tired of wondering if she's genuinely interested or if she's just being nice. That uncertainty isn't a mystery of the universe. It is evidence that you have been playing a game with incomplete information. Today changes that. Understanding these signs doesn't make you a predator. It makes you literate. It gives you the ability to read the most complex language ever spoken. Not words. The language of desire itself. When a man learns to read this language, everything shifts. He stops chasing ghosts. He stops investing in maybe. He moves through the world with a different kind of clarity. The human nervous system operates on what neuroscientists call the polyvagal theory. This reveals that our social engagement system, the deepest, oldest part of our brain, communicates before consciousness does. It communicates through micro-expressions that last 1/25th of a second, through pupil dilation, through breath, and through the subtle tilt of the head. Women are not more mysterious than men. They are simply more trained in suppression. Socialization has taught them that desire is something to conceal or to manage strategically. But under proximity, when her guard dissolves, her authentic nervous system emerges. The research is clear. When someone is genuinely attracted, eye contact duration increases and mirroring behavior becomes unconscious and automatic. But these signs only appear in specific contexts, only when she is no longer performing. That's why most men miss it. They are looking for grand gestures while they miss the subtle recalibration of her body in their presence. The way her breath changes, the way she leans in, the way her voice lowers to a frequency meant only for you. The brain processes visual information at a rate of 11 million bits per second while your conscious mind can only handle about 40 bits. That means you are missing millions of pieces of information every single second. You are operating blind, but you can learn to see with your intuition. Imagine you are in a room with her. The lighting is warm. There is background noise and other people. And yet there is a thickness to the air between you. Not awkwardness, but a gravitational pull that nobody else in the room can feel. She's saying something casual, but something underneath is moving. Her conscious mind maintains plausible deniability while her body reaches toward you. This is where the 6 signs emerge. Everything begins with breath. When a woman is in genuine proximity to a man she craves, her parasympathetic nervous system responds. Her breathing becomes shallower and faster. Oxygen intake increases because the body is preparing for connection. You've experienced this when your own chest tightens around someone you like. She experiences this too. She might try to regulate it, but the activation is visible. You will see her chest rise more prominently. You will hear a slight catch in her voice. You will observe the micro pause before she speaks, as if she is gathering herself. This isn't anxiety. It is activation. Her body is turned on neurologically. She is present in a way she isn't with other people. Breathing is the one autonomous function you can observe without being invasive. Does her breathing change when she sees you? Does it normalize when you're apart? If it quickens when the conversation becomes intimate, that is the first sign. Look into her eyes. The human pupil is a window into the autonomic nervous system. It expands and contracts based on light, but also based on psychological arousal. When someone is interested, the pupils dilate. This is involuntary. It cannot be suppressed by willpower. Women know that dilated pupils signal interest, so they might position themselves in shadow to hide it. But in moments of connection, they can't. Increased dopamine is flooding her system. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter of anticipation. It dilates the pupils and sharpens focus. It makes your words and your energy more vivid to her. If her pupils expand when she sees you, that is the second sign. Her body is saying yes before her voice catches up. Then consider distance. Anthropologists identify distinct distance zones: public, social, personal, and intimate. Most people stay 4 feet away. Personal distance is 2 to 4 feet for friends. Intimate distance is under 18 inches. When a woman craves you, she doesn't just permit proximity, she orchestrates it. She creates situations to be close. She sits beside you. She leans in. She reduces the buffer zone gradually to test your response. She looks like she is exactly where she wants to be. There is a difference between someone allowing you in her space and someone who chooses proximity. The choosing looks like ease. When the space between you becomes the most natural place for her body to be, that is the third sign. She is communicating non-verbally that she is safe with you. Listen to her voice. Higher frequencies communicate deference, while lower frequencies communicate attraction. When a woman is genuinely interested, her vocal cords relax and her pitch descends. This is the acoustic attraction signal. Her voice becomes more intimate and soft. She is creating an enclosed space just for you. She might laugh more or pause longer before responding. She might repeat phrases you have used to match your communication style. This synchrony is a powerful indicator. When you notice a richness or warmth to her tone that doesn't appear when she talks to others, that is the fourth sign. She is lowering her defenses audibly. Now look at what she remembers. People remember what activates their reward system. When someone is interested in you, your details and your stories get encoded into her long-term memory. She will remember a casual comment from weeks ago or how you take your coffee. She will reference a story you told in passing. She might be strategic about revealing this so she doesn't seem too obvious, but she will weave it in naturally. She is signaling that she thinks about you when you are not there. Your words stay with her. This is proof of attention. If she asks specific follow-up questions that prove she was listening and not just waiting to talk, that is the fifth sign. She is encoding you into her internal world. Finally, the deepest sign is the vulnerability cascade. When a woman craves you, she will gradually lower her protective walls. She will share things she typically keeps hidden. Insecurities, past hurts, dreams she's embarrassed about. This is a progressive deepening of self-disclosure. She shares these things because she feels safe. She is unconsciously assessing if you will judge her or still want her. When you respond with acceptance, she recognizes you as safe, and safety triggers deeper craving. Watch for her sharing things that are increasingly personal. When her walls dissolve and she shares her authentic self, that is the sixth sign. She has placed her emotional existence in your hands. These 6 signs exist in a pattern. A single sign might be a coincidence, but when all 6 are present, it is clarity. It is her communicating across all neurological channels that she wants you. Most men think desire is a transaction where women are gatekeepers. This is wrong. When a woman genuinely desires you, she is radiating it. She is telling you in the language that predates words. The only question is whether you are developed enough as a man to listen. This is about becoming sophisticated enough to perceive the truth. When you develop this literacy, you stop chasing. You stop guessing. You begin to move with a presence grounded in clear perception. When a man can read this, the women in his life sense it. They recognize that he can see them. They realize he won't be confused by contradiction. This triggers something primal because every woman craves to be truly seen by a man who has the strength to perceive her. She doesn't crave you despite your ability to read her. She craves you because of it. She craves the man who can navigate the complexity of her communication. So learn these signs. Not to control, but to understand. Become the man who can read the language and watch as the world responds to your capability. There is a profound transformation that happens when you stop looking for permission and start looking for patterns. Culture has trained you to be a beggar for confirmation. It has taught you that unless a woman explicitly signs a contract of intent, you have no right to move forward. This is a lie designed to keep you in a state of perpetual hesitation. Hesitation is the death of attraction. A woman's nervous system is looking for a man who is calibrated. Calibration is the ability to adjust your intensity based on the feedback you are receiving. But if you cannot see the feedback, you cannot calibrate. You are like a pilot flying a plane with broken instruments. You are flying blind through a storm of emotions, hoping you don't crash. When you learn to read the breath and the eyes and the proximity you are fixing those instruments, suddenly the storm isn't a threat. It is just an environment you are navigating with precision. Think about the implications of this. If you can see that she is leaning in and her pupils are dilated and her voice has dropped an octave, you don't need to ask if she likes you. You know. And because you know, your body language changes. You become more relaxed. You become more dominant in a quiet and steady way. You stop fidgeting. You stop over-explaining. Your certainty becomes magnetic. This is the feedback loop of the high-value man. He perceives attraction, which gives him certainty, which makes him more attractive, which creates more signals of attraction. It is a spiral that moves upward. Most men are stuck in the opposite spiral. They don't see the signs, so they feel uncertain. Their uncertainty makes them needy. Their neediness kills the attraction. The signals disappear and they feel even more lost. You must break that cycle by becoming a master of the invisible. This isn't just about dating. This is about human nature. We are all walking bundles of biological imperatives. We are animals who have learned to wear suits and use smartphones, but our brains are still the same brains that lived in caves. In the cave, there were no words for "I think you are high status and I would like to pair with you." There were only smells and sounds and movements. We have spent millions of years evolving to communicate this way, and only a few thousand years using complex language. Which system do you think is more reliable? The one that's been around for an afternoon, or the one that's been around since the dawn of time? When you focus on her words, you are focusing on the smallest and newest part of her. When you focus on her body, you are focusing on her soul. This literacy is what separates the elite from the average. The average man waits for a sign. The elite man sees the signal before it's even sent. He understands that a woman's body language is a constant stream of data. She is always telling you exactly where you stand. If she is crossing her arms and turning her feet away from you, she is telling you to stop. If she is playing with her hair and exposing her neck, she is telling you to keep going. If her voice is monotone and she is looking around the room, she is bored. These aren't secrets. They are written in high definition right in front of your face. But you have to be willing to look. You have to stop being so caught up in your own head and your own ego and your own fear of rejection that you actually look at the person in front of you. Most men are so worried about how they are performing that they never actually see the woman. They are looking in a mirror instead of looking through a window. When you shift your focus outward and become a student of her behavior, you become a master of your reality. You will start to see that the world is much friendlier than you thought. You will see that there are women everywhere who are sending you signals that you have been ignoring for years. You will realize how many opportunities you have missed simply because you were waiting for her to do the work for you. Women will not do the work of escalating for you. That is not their role. Their role is to provide the opening. Your role is to see the opening and walk through it. If you don't see the opening, she will eventually close it. She will assume you aren't interested or that you aren't perceptive enough to be a leader. And then she will move on to someone who is. Don't be the man who missed out because he was looking for a green light in a world that only uses shades of yellow. The yellow light is the invitation. It is the breath that hitches. It is the hand that lingers on the table. It is the look that stays a second too long. These are the textures of life. This is the game beneath the game. And once you start playing it, you can never go back to being a civilian. You will see the truth everywhere. You will see it in business meetings. You will see it in friendships. You will see it in the way people interact in the street. You will become a person who can read the room. And that is the most powerful skill a man can have. It is the skill of the king. It is the skill of the protector. It is the skill of the lover. It is the skill of being truly alive. As you move forward from this moment, I want you to start practicing. Don't try to see all 6 signs at once. Just pick one. Next time you are talking to a woman, just watch her breath. Don't judge it. Just notice it. See if it changes when you move closer. Then the next time, watch her eyes. Notice the pupils. Notice how often she blinks. Then listen to the voice. Slowly you will start to see the patterns. You will start to see the symphony. And you will realize that you have finally learned how to hear. This is the beginning of a new way of being. A way of being that is grounded in the physical reality of the human animal. It is a way of being that honors the truth of biology over the lies of culture. It is a way of being that makes you a man who knows. And a man who knows is a man who can never be manipulated. He is a man who is free. The world needs more men who are free. The women in your life need you to be free. They need you to see them. They need you to understand them. They are waiting for you to stop listening to what they say and start feeling what they mean. So stop guessing. Stop doubting. Stop being blind. Open your eyes to the nervous system. Open your heart to the truth. and start moving with the certainty that only comes from deep perception. This is your journey into the heart of attraction. It is a journey that will change every interaction you have for the rest of your life. It is the most important education you will ever receive. Welcome to the world of the literate. Welcome to the truth. If you found this valuable and want to go deeper into the psychology of human connection, make sure to subscribe and click the link in the description to join our community where we break down the hidden mechanics of power and attraction every single week.